Since the presidential directive to monitor the status of our dear OFWs in Israel last Saturday.
Magandang araw mga kabayan at kadepensa, may ibabahagi na naman ako sa inyo. Dahil ngayong araw na ito ay may pag-uusapan tayong tungkol sa nangyayari sa Israel, nasawing Pinoy sa digmaan sa Israel tinutunto na ang katotohanan, pero bago tayo magpatuloy wag mo muna kalimutan mag-like, share, and subscribe, paki-follow at like muna ng aming page na nasa description na ang link. Biniberipika na ng Philippine Embassy sa Israel ang napaulat na posibleng unang Pilipino na nasawi sa gitna ng nangyayaring gyera. Ipinagutos ni Pangulong Marcos sa mga ahensya ng gobyerno at mga embahada ng Pilipinas na makipagtulungan ng malapit sa isa't isa, upang matiyak ang lahat ng apektadong Pilipino sa patuloy na labanan sa pagitan ng mga puwersang Israeli at mga militanteng Hamas.
Everyone, as mentioned, the President has given instructions to our agencies. It is a whole-of-government approach, and it does not involve only the DFA and the DMW, including DMW OWA, but we are meeting with other government agencies such as the DND, DSWD, DOLE, TESDA, and other offices as we work together to ensure the safety and protection of our kababayans in Israel and Gaza. Let us remember that the situation is not just one which affects territory which is now in the state of Israel, but also in Palestine, specifically in the Gaza Strip, where there has been a shift in the center of hostilities after the weekend where we saw, and you have reported, the Hamas attacks on the south of Israel. But we are here to assure you that the government is on top of the situation. We're doing everything we can, and we will update you, or we will brief you now on the steps we're undertaking. Aside from the Philippine Embassy in Tel Aviv, our embassies in Amman, Jordan, which has jurisdiction over the Palestinian territories, and Cairo, Egypt, because it is at the border of Gaza, are also part of our working group. All right, so I'd like to turn over to you, Yusek Hans Gagdak, OIC Hans Gagdak, actually, of the Department of Migrant Workers, to talk about the situation involving our Filipino workers in Israel so far.
Yes, thank you. Since the presidential directive to monitor the status of our dear OFWs in Israel last Saturday, we put up the 24/7 Task Force Israel Help Desk over the DMW OWA, and we have received 83 requests for assistance from OFWs and OFW families, and we had updated the status of 76 of the 83 OFWs mentioned in the request for assistance, and are still seeking updates on the status of 7 more. And of course, we also put out a Google survey. We emailed, because we do have the email addresses of OFWs in Israel, so we put out a Google survey through the emails of the OFWs, and 313 had already responded from the affected areas and had marked themselves safe in the affected areas, where there's an approximately around 300 plus OFWs. When I say affected areas, I mean to say the southern part of Israel that is close to the Gaza Strip border. And lastly, my last update would be yesterday, Labor Attaché Rudy Gabasan and OWA Welfare Officer Dina Ponciano, of course tasked by myself and Admin Arnel, to proceed to Beersheba and visit the hospitalized OFW whose right arm had been grazed by a bullet. He is fine, in good spirits, recovering, and is, as we speak, being transferred from Beersheba up to Tel Aviv. It was also a chance for Labat Gabasan and Welfare Officer Ponciano to visit what we call the rescue areas or centers that have been put up by the Israeli government. You know, the Israeli government, coordinated by the PE Embassy in Tel Aviv, IDF had been undertaking rescue efforts on the ground. And sino man nasasagip nila, dinadala dun sa rescue areas. At dinalaw yon ni Labor Attaché Gabasan and Welfare Officer Ponciano, at doon nagbigay ng ayuda, of course, aside from checking up on the well-being, not just physical but the psychosocial well-being of our OFWs there. So the effort continues, and with respect to our dear OFWs, and hopefully things will, the situation on the ground will get better, and we'll have more peaceful resolutions to the current conflict so that our OFWs can resume their work.
Because we do not want to cite to confirm anything without being 100% sure of the facts. May I ask my colleagues here also to give the perspective from the DMW NOVA?
Yes, as far as we have been told by the Philippine Embassy, there is also close coordination with the IDF, International Defense Forces. Of course, for OFWs, we are also in touch with their employers, so that we can get the full facts. And thus far, agree with you, Sec Ed, there has been no confirmation of the reported fatality, although the matter has been forwarded to the Israeli side, to Israeli government.
But we wish to emphasize also that the President himself has already stated on behalf of the Filipino nation that we condemn these acts of violence, especially against civilians. Salamat din tayo sa State of Israel. Pinangakuan ng ambassador nila dito na hindi lang naman nila bibigyan ng proteksyon ng sariling citizens, pero pati rin yung mga iba kasama ng mga Pilipino doon. To add to what Administrator Ignacio was saying, for example, we don't want to be alarmist. Yes, it's true na may missing Filipinos, pero it's possible they're still in the bunkers, they're still kasi meron pa rin konting gun battles between Israeli forces and some Palestinian fighters in south of Israel, so maybe they're still in hiding or so, and eventually lilitaw na rin, hopefully. And also on the details, remember it's a security situation, so in case they were abducted, we don't want to give details because that will endanger their lives. It will worsen their situation.
Ayon kay Philippine Consul General and Deputy Chief of Mission Anthony Mandap, nitong umaga ng Martes muling nilinaw nito na hindi pa nakukumpirma ng embahada ang naturang report. Nagpahayag din ng pangamba ang opisyal sakali man na magkaroon ng unang casualty na Pinoy mula sa 6 na natitirang unaccounted pa rin. Paliwanag pa ni Consul General Mandap na ang unaccounted na kamag-anak ng Pinoy ang nagkumpirma sa pagkamatay umano ng nawawalang Pinoy. Sa kabila nito, kasalukuyan ang kinukumpirma na ng Labor Attaché ng PH Embassy sa Israel ang katotohanan sa likod nito. Samantala, batay sa eksklusibong panayam kay DFAU Secretary Eduardo de Vera, nasa 23 Pinoy ang nadakip ng militanteng Hamas, subalit na isalba ang mga ito ng Israeli Defense Force. Sinabi ng Malacanang na sinabihan ni Marcos ang mga kagawaran ng Foreign Affairs at Migrant Workers na mahigpit na makipag-ugnayan sa Embahada ng Pilipinas sa Tel Aviv at sa Migrant Workers Office sa Israel upang matiyak ang lahat ng Pilipinong apektado ng labanan sa pagitan ng mga puwersang Israeli at ang militanteng grupong Palestinian na Hamas. Sa isang briefing ng palasyo noong Martes, ika-10 ng Oktubre, sinabi ni Foreign Affairs Undersecretary Eduardo de Vega na nais ng Pangulo ang isang buong ng gobyerno na diskarte sa pagharap sa sitwasyon. Sinabi pa ng Foreign Affairs official na bukod sa Philippine Embassy sa Tel Aviv, nakipag-coordinate na rin sila sa mga embahada ng Pilipinas sa Amman, Jordan, na may jurisdiksyon sa mga teritoryo ng Palestinian, at Cairo, Egypt, dahil nasa hangganan ito ng Gaza. Idinagdag niya na si Faye ay bahagi rin ng working group na humahawak sa sitwasyon ng mga Pilipino sa Israel at iba pang apektadong lugar. Naglabas ng joint statement ang leader ng mga makakapangyarihang bansa na kasapi sa North Atlantic Treaty Organization o NATO laban sa nagpapatuloy na pag-atake ng teroristang grupong Hamas sa Israel. Binubuo ito ng mga leader ng United States, Germany, Britain, France, at Italy, batay sa nilalaman ng naturang pahayag. Nakasaad dito na mananatiling alay at kaibigan ng Israel ang mga naturang bansa, at susuportahan ang pamahalaan ng Israel sa pagdepensa nito sa kanyang sarili. Nakasaad din sa naturang pahayag na magtutulungan ang mga naturang bansa upang mapanumbalik ang kapayapaan sa Middle Eastern region. Inilabas ang joint statement matapos ang pag-uusap sa pagitan nina US President Joe Biden, UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, French President Emmanuel Macron, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, at Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. Matatandaan nagsimula ang kaguluhan sa naturang bansa noong October 7, matapos ang pag-atake ng grupong Hamas na ikinasawi ng mahigit 1,500 na katao. Dinploy ni US President Joe Biden ang mga barko at warplanes ng US na lumapit sa Israel bilang pagpapakita ng suporta, habang nagpapadala ng bagong tulong militar pagkatapos ng mga pag-atake ng Palestinian militant group na Hamas. Sinabi ng Pentagon na ipinapadala nito ang aircraft carrier na USS Gerald Ford at ang kasama nitong mga barkong pandigma sa silangang Mediterranean, habang pinapalakas ang mga fighter aircraft squadrons sa rehiyon. Kinumpirma ng US Central Command na nagsimula nang lumipat ang mga barko at eroplano sa kanilang mga bagong post. Ayon sa mga awtoridad, hindi bababa sa 4 na mamamayang Amerikano ang kilala na napatay sa karahasan. Mabilis na kumilos ang White House upang pagtibayin ang suporta ng US para sa Israel pagkatapos ng pag-atake mula sa Gaza Strip. Una nang nakipag-usap si Biden sa Prime Minister ng Israel na si Benjamin Netanyahu at ipinahayag na ang karagdagang tulong para sa Israeli Defense Forces ay inihahanda na ngayon sa Israel. Para sa mas madaming update tungkol sa ating defense, abangan lamang ang aking mga bagong video. Para naman sa mga gusto magpa-shoutout, mag-comment lamang po at share, paki-follow at like muna ng aming page na nasa description na ang link. Pwede ka ring manalo ng pera or load dito kapag ikaw ay naging top fan nito at napili. Huwag mo na rin kalimutan mag-like, share, and subscribe. Pindutin mo na rin ang bell para updated kayo sa aking mga video. Maraming salamat po.